down too low. There. Go ahead and start pulling up.
So I wouldn't have accepted that yaw, you know? I wouldn't have forced it.
Okay.
Like, it was still yawing. Like, I could stop that yaw, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So you don't have to hug that. You're kind of managing the risk, right? There's no one walking, there's no dust over on your left side. I would probably hold my left. Take a breath, get back, your head back into flying and be calm.
Okay.
So one way to, again, manage this risk is to keep that speed going rather than trying to do a pedal turn. Gotta climb up just a little bit. Well, when I say speed, it's not like 30 knots. I just mean keep moving. Average traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf taking off runway 2 for right close, Ambrose. So I already made the radio call. Like in the future, maybe you're gonna make that radio call because you know you're moving a little quick.
Okay.
Hold it up that
Heading
line. Left side looks clear. There we go. Alright, not bad. Alright, so you understand why you're not really climbing that 500 feet per minute?
I don't have
because collective, and yeah, about a bit of that pitch angle. Good.
Hampton Roads traffic, R22 Bravo is taking off 10 and departing to the south and west.
Keep that climb going. You can make that right turn somewhere around 300 feet.
Helicopter on the
Okay.
close traffic.
Hold on, right?
Hold on.
On mine, go ahead and take off 10, you have me?
Just, I'm listening to that guy. Yeah, we're already upwind of 2.
Okay, thank you. Hampton Roads traffic, 5 Hotel Bravo taking off 10, departing to the south and the west. Hampton Roads traffic.
Hampton Roads traffic, Cherokee 03 November is about 6.5 miles to the west, to the northwest at 3,000 feet maneuvering Hampton Roads.
Alright. Hold on. He's going to be flying that way. So why don't you make a big left turn circle here. I wouldn't have to make that circle. We kind of would have done a normal pattern, but we were a little slow, and I think you were confused when I told you to hold up. I wasn't telling you to hold up on the thing. I was telling you to hold up, stop talking. I'm trying to listen to what that guy's saying. Alright, there we go.
Hampton Roads traffic, RB7 turning right.
See that plane?
Departing to the south and west. Hampton Roads.
Yes. Cool. Average traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf's right downwind 2, Ambrose. So the next level beyond getting, you know, perfect on the maneuvers, it's also now a spatial awareness thing. Right. It's the understanding that you're just another person on the road, basically. You gotta make sure we're not understanding where all the other cars are, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's raise that collective. come back a little bit. We never got quite to that 700. That's fine. We'll get to about 600. That'll kind of be split the difference there. And then we'll do a normal approach to the numbers. You know, the numbers are kind of scrubbed off that runway. That's fine. We'll get there. All right, you can start kind of eventually making your way out down there.
Okay. This is going to be right base 02. Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, right base 02, Hampton Roads.
Okay. A little slow. Awesome.
Okay, and final now.
Yep.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 02, Hampton Roads.
Hampton Roads traffic. 21 Whiskey, taxi on runway 10, Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads traffic, 5 Hotel Bravo is 3 miles to the southwest and southwest bound, departing the area, Hampton Roads. Hampton Road traffic, Cherokee 23 number is 5 miles.
Keep that
west,
angle
straight
to
on
those
10,
to that
Road.
crosswalk area. You know, right before the rubbed out too. This is an okay normal approach angle, so just keep that angle. And naturally, as you keep that angle, you're going to eventually start slowing down. Just imagine that you're going to kind of have a brisk walking pace. There, this is really good. See that pop up? I would lower it just a little bit. Hold the right click over here. Great shot.
Hampton Roads traffic, 21 Whiskey, departing 10, Hampton Roads.
Now, ridge traffic going up to 2 Alpha Golf, holding short at the runway intersection. Very cool. Look at this pro helicopter hover. Alright, when we do this takeoff, we were a little low last time on that takeoff roll. I think it's because we were kind of felt rushed. We were just kind of dragging that, and we kind of did that whole thing. Oh, I'm already moving. Well, be a tiny bit higher. I mean, you weren't doing that bad, but again, it's a whole risk management thing. Being that low is probably, problematic. So probably about this height the entire way will work. Normal takeoff. You want to do the radio call? Just say taking off. No worries. At ridge traffic going up to 522 Alpha Golf, taking off runway 2 for right close, and roads. Nice.
Hampton Roads traffic, Cherokee 23 remember 3 miles to the west for 3 mile final, Hampton Roads.
Nice, very nice. So somewhere around maybe this height over the ground, this is when you lose your slip and go into a crab. So the idea being, use your trim strings here. When you're close to the ground, you want, I don't care what the wind is doing, I want my skids, my direction to travel. But here, yeah, exactly, we can start crabbing. So the reason, I think you figured it out, the reason we weren't really climbing that well is because we weren't really slow enough. There we go, good. Alright, I think your right side looks clear.
Okay, the turn.
Nice. Very nice. Kind of lost a little bit of that climb in the turn. Making up for it. So ideally, your downwind should probably be at basically the end of that runway. So we're often a little far for these downwinds. So why don't you make that right turn now?
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, right downwind 02, Hampton Roads.
And Cherokee 03 November's got you in sight. We're short final 10 for touch and go, Hampton Roads.
Alright, so spatial awareness wise, I'm going to drive it forward, be a little fast, because if he's over there, and a touch and go, I want to make sure I'm clear the center
about 4
line.
miles northwest of the airport between 1,500 and 3,500.
You just want to make sure you're clear the center line in case he needs to bolt, and in case he needs to do all whatever else he wants to do. So just kind of think anytime you're on a runway, it's like staring down the barrel of a gun. Just minimize the amount of time you're in front of a runway.
He's doing a touch and go right now on 02?
Yeah. No. He said he's 10.
Oh, 10. I don't know why you're... Okay, so... Start dropping here.
Yep.
I'm clear to go ahead and turn.
Yeah.
Hampton Roads traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf. Right base 02, Hampton Roads.
See him?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So that's where those radio calls come in. I didn't actually physically see him till like right now, but I knew where he was because he said he was short final 10. He was over there somewhere.
Hampton Roads traffic, Cherokee 03 November is making a right turn to downwind for runway 02 to fall in behind the helicopter traffic. Hampton Roads.
Hampton Roads traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf final 02, Hampton Roads.
Let's just aim for the first arrow because you've already got the angle for it. Okay. So lower that collective, start slowing that down, lower that collective.
Traffic 02 November, turning base 20, Hampton Roads.
Pretty sure you meant 02, but that's whatever. Tell you what, we're going to size up over there because it's pretty close.
02 November, landing on 02, Hampton Roads.
Ridge traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, short final 02, side stepping to the right, we'll be landing on the taxiway parallel 02, Hampton Roads.
We got you in sight.
Just taxiway. Alright, pretty good. Just spatial awareness wise, again, I was just thinking through, he's kind of close to me, so it's like, oh, I'm a helicopter, I can land right here. So, good. We'll wait till to see what the Cherokee's doing, then we'll get back to it. Right here, you should be pretty calm, right? The wind's kind of with you, so it's not a big deal. Look at these guys, air show, someone's selling airplanes. Fancy. UVM's a fast little guy. Alright, why don't we wander over to the hold short line there. Doing fine. Hold the cyclic to the left just a little more. Good. Hold it and bring it forward. Alright, we're going to do a max performance takeoff. You remember this max performance takeoff, we're not going to pull more than, what, 24 inches. It was like 23.7 or something. So here, you've got the ground effect. That's fine. What I would do if I were you, I'd probably point directly into the wind right now. That way I don't have to twist and lose horsepower for it. Hold left cyclic. Alright. Ready?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Good. There we go. Hold it. Hold left cyclic. Alright, you're clear your obstacle. Push
Hampton Roads
forward.
traffic, 13 November, turning crosswind 02, Hampton Roads.
I don't know why he's on the right side. Air raid traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, on the go, 02, right. Okay, I guess left closed traffic for 02 Air roads.
Air road traffic, 02, returning downwind, 02, Hampton Road.
Let's go this way. Normally we're supposed to be on that side, but we're supposed to avoid the flow of fixed wing traffic, that way.
Okay.
Too easy. Alright, 300 feet, let's make that left turn here. Make it nice and square. Imagine that you're a nice perpendicular angle from that runway, which is basically maybe facing towards that antenna over there. Yeah, this is a weird angle. I don't think I've ever been on left-hand pattern on this side, but Cherokee's doing his thing, so make that other left turn.
Okay. Yeah, this is
Left downwind. Hold it forward.
Hampton Roads traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left downwind 02, Hampton Roads.
Nice. Alright, face that way.
Yeah,
All collective. Yeah, if anything, the reason they are normally on this side is because their pilot is on this side, or on my side.
Right.
So it's easier for them to have the runway on their side, but Cherokee doesn't really, I think he was trying to follow us, that's why.
02, Hampton Road.
Forward. Alright, I think we'll have enough room to go to the runway again this time, though. We'll be behind him.
Okay, get to descent.
Yeah, perfect. A little bit of right pedal. Remember to breathe, look outside. We're probably going to cross the power line right over the that power line, wherever the tower is. In fact, that's just a normal, good practice to do, just to make sure that you're clear of power lines. You fly over the towers. A little bit of right pedal, lower that collective a little more. Probably lower that collective a little more. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to make that turn.
Alright, when you do this, don't lose all of your airspeed. Push forward a little bit.
Hampton Roads traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left base 02.
Aero traffic, 02, around final for 02, Hampton Road.
So, one radio call to make here would be final 02, number 2 behind the Cherokee, just so he knows that you're...
I'm going to let you do that.
Okay. Air road traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 02, number 2 behind the Cherokee. Air on the roads. So we're going to make this a steep approach. The only difference now is you're just going to hold the collective a little longer. The wind's stiff enough that it's going to kind of, help you out here.
Okay.
So why don't we again aim for the first arrow. So, yeah, I'd say this is probably a steep approach. Lower that collective. Keep us slowing down. Lower that collective a little more. Hold that cyclic back a little bit. Come left on that cyclic. Left on that cyclic. Left on that cyclic. There we go. Now just kind of keep this descent rate. Not any more, not any less.
Crosswind, 02, Hampton Road.
If you feel like you're overshooting that, well, pull that cyclic back. Yeah, there we go. So if you'll notice, this got a little steep on us because I think that's just kind of how it naturally goes. It steeps up on you how close
traffic,
you get.
turning downwind, 02, Hampton Road.
Awesome, great job. We'll do a normal takeoff because our max performance is kind of pointing his direction. I don't really want to freak him out.
Okay.
All right. drive down this line, left take off like a normal person. Little left pedal there. Drive down that line. Great job. En route traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf on go, 02, left close, en route. Not bad.
Traffic 02 American Base 02, Hampton Road.
Left side looks clear.
Okay, left side.
Arrow traffic 02 November current final 02 Hampton Road.
Hold that collective in. This is the angle that you kind of want.
Hampton Road radio check.
Lima Charlie.
Taking that other left turn here.
Okay. Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left downwind 02.
Can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. I think you got distracted by the radio call there. That's why we got really slow and got kind of weird. All right, 70 and 700 feet.
We are there.
All right. Start lowering that collective. Your beam, your spot. Lower that collective. Yeah. Good natural reaction to kind of push forward just a little bit because, yeah, I thought we were a little slow and it's not going to descend and, you know, speed up a little bit. Good job. Alright, you're clear on your left.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left base 02.
Left pedal. Alright.
Okay.
So this is again like a spatial awareness thing, like you feel the wind kind of blowing you, so that's why you probably should have turned a little sooner.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 02 Hampton Roads.
Good.
Arrow traffic 02 American cross with 02 Hampton Road.
Normal approach to the, what do you call it, crosswalk area. Well, you gotta lower that collector where it's gonna turn into a steep approach. Alright, good. This is the angle that you want to keep. You gotta just make a conscious effort to hold left cycling because you're almost always like right of center line. There we go, better. Awesome. Good job. Lower the collective a little bit. Keep that same angle. You're doing well. Get us over there though. Yeah, you're gonna have to push forward. That doesn't mean speed up, it just means get us there, you know? Think of this as closure rate as opposed to airspeed. There we go, perfect. Alright. Let's do one max horns, take off, lower that collective. Stay calm. Alright, now pull. Little left pedal, hold it. Good. Clear your obstacle, now push forward to 55. A little bit of right pedal. About here, it's fine. not really looking at the airspeed, I'm just looking at what the thing's doing.
Admiral traffic 02, returning space 10, or 02, Hampton Roads.
Alright, good. So around 300-ish feet, we'll make that left turn.
Okay. Turn.
Good job. Again,
Admiral
just
traffic 02, November, returning final.
based
02,
off of what
Hampton Roads.
we felt before, yeah, your turnout's probably going to have to be that way a little.
Yeah.
Hold this back a little bit, hold that collective at 21 inches.
Fort Tango, holding short 0220 midfield. Hampton Roads.
Good. Somewhere about 500 to 600 feet, we'll make that other left turn. In fact, I would probably make my left turn now. Get that horizon.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left downwind 02, Hampton Roads.
Feet, 70 knots. Yeah, you're a little slow, that's why you're still climbing.
Hampton Roads traffic, Skyline 67 Fort Tango, crossing 0220. Behind plane that just landed midfield. Hampton Roads.
Good.
Job collective. I'm going to go ahead and make my I'll cross first. Okay. Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, left base 02, Hampton Roads.
So, yeah, you know, the wind's kind of coming from there. I probably would have kept my nose that way a little bit for that base. Good.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 02, Hampton Roads.
Let another guy go.
I pulled off the...
No,
Hampton
the
Roads,
Cherokee.
November, clear of 02, Hampton Roads.
Oh, he's over
he's
there.
on
Okay. No worries. Alright, we'll do one more after this. Now, not to change your what we're doing, but because all the airplanes are down, this will be a good opportunity to do a shallow approach and a running landing. We'll go to the departure end.
Okay.
Hold this angle. We're going to be landing at the crosswalk over the 20.
Okay.
Or you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lower that collective, roll that, or bring that cycling back. You're doing fine. Remember, the idea is you can slow down now. It's not a big deal. Bring that cycling back a little bit. Lower the collective at the same time. All right, good. Now bring it forward. Left. Hold that cycling to the left.
Admiral traffic, 02 November, crossing 2810 Hampton Road.
There we go. Hold that cycling to the left. Hold these pedals. Keep it straight like this. I'm going to slow you down to a little more. There we go. Now just slightly touch down. Just imagine this is like we're landing on the ramp over anywhere else. There we go. Perfect. Level the helicopter forward. I fought your urge to roll back, or to bring that cyclic back, because that wouldn't have been good. So you don't have to drive it forward there. It's right here. I know it's a lot to rig and it freaks you out, but we'll just practice it some more. That was actually pretty good. At the end there, make sure you don't pull back. All right, hold that.
Okay.
All right. And road traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, taking off, departure end 02 for right close. Ham roads. Let's do a max forward takeoff again.
Okay.
You're fine where you're at, and we'll go.
Okay.
Basically, the wind's kind of that way. You could already see the trim strings. Good. Awesome job. Hold that. Imagine there's trees on that white line. Alright, you're clear the trees. Little right pedal at the same time. You don't have to fly the runway, fly the wind.
I'm over traffic type for 1 runway. We'll be departing runway 2.
Holding you back just a little bit because
So I can climb.
yeah, there you go. We're gonna make that crosswind a little early because that guy took off. And we're in traffic helicopter 2 up go, it's right crosswind 02 at roads. Alright, keep that climb coming in. Why don't we face to Norfolk for a little bit?
Okay.
Because the wind's kind of pushing us that way anyway. Hold this. There we go. Good. Hold that about. Yeah. Perfect. Pull this back just a little bit. There we go. Alright, why don't we make that right turn, avoid that bird. Good. And we're in traffic, helicopter 2 Alpha Golf, so right downwind 02 high roads.
So we're going back to our normal pattern?
Yeah. But, you know, that was still good practice.
Starting with like 2 for 02, staying in pattern.
It was good practice because regardless of, you know, like when you're using 2810, we're going to be on opposite sides all the time, so it
Right.
doesn't really matter. I'm sure you already see what the mess up here is, right? You're too slow, you're too low.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we made it 60.
After road traffic type for 1 runway, go turning right crosswind to runway 2. After road 6 seconds coming.
I would go already, just start spacing, that way the Piper won't be on top of you when you do your approach.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, right base 02 Hampton Roads.
Over that collected. There we go. Alright. Your choice. Whatever of the 3 approaches you want to do, announce it and tell me where you're going.
I want to try to do another steep approach.
Steep, okay. Right turn.
After road 6 seconds traffic type for 1 runway, right downwind.
Hamp-
0 will be departing to the east.
Shit.
After road 6 seconds traffic.
Final 02.
Hampton Roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 02 Hampton Roads. Alright, I'm going to aim for the second arrow.
Hamburg traffic, 21 Whiskey's on a 2-mile final for runway 10 Hamburg, full stop.
Alright, that's not bad. Second arrow, that makes sense. That'll work.
Arrow traffic, 02 Hamburg, turning crosswind 02 Hampton Roads.
Hold that collective.
Was that the helicopter on 2 or somebody else?
That's a Cherokee 03 November is making a right crosswind for 02, best land 02.
Alright, we'll follow down you. Hampton Roads, 02 Hamburg, turning right downwind 02 Hampton Roads.
Push forward. Alright. Why don't we get off the runway, or you want to go back to the pattern? You want to practice some more?
No, I think I'm good with.
Alright. We'll get off the runway or on the left side here.
Hamburg traffic, 21 Whiskey's entering the pattern midfield. Downwind for runway 2 Hamburg.
Alright. What do we... Yeah, you're fine. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Traffic, the pattern for 2
while ago. We were doing right traffic. It's just we got stuck on it.
Now we only picked up left traffic because you went right.
Alright.
02 November is turning 02.
Let's do a normal air taxi to the end there.
Full stop
Okay.
anyway, so.
Admiral 02 November is turning final 02. After us.
Ambrose traffic, 21 Whiskey, turning along final for runway 2, Hampton Roads.
Alright, not bad. I don't know, winds are shifty enough that I don't really want to introduce auto rotations today. How much time we got? 11, got you till 12, right? So we might, I'll introduce settling with power. Have we done settling with power already?
We kind of talked about it. We haven't done anything with it.
All right, we'll eventually do that. We'll not eventually. We'll do that here. We'll go out there to the practice area. Have we been in the practice area before?
No.
All right, I've got the controls.
You have the controls.
Air raid traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf taking off from the approach on a 10, departing to the northwest air routes.
21 Whiskey final, runway 2, Hampton.
All right, so if you remember, there have been a few times when I'm doing these, we're doing these two approaches. I'm trying to tell you, like, get your vertical speed under control.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even say less than 30, less than 300. Again, that's the idea that we are not trying to have too high a descent rate and being too slow at the same time. We could have an infinite amount of descent rate if we're moving forward because our vortices are not in our rotor wash. We're not eating our own rotor wash. The problem lies when we're in the vortex ring state or our vortices are within our own rotor blades, and which leads to something called settling with power, which means we're descending with power applied. It's particularly eye-opening for pilots because the natural reaction of pulling up on the collective means you go up, right? Or you do slow descent rate, or you lower and you go down. In settling with power, because we're in our own vortices,
Leaving the airport area.
if we pull up on the collective more, we sink faster. So it's kind of that's a whole thing. So
21 Whiskey's holding shorter, runway 2.
we're going to practice a little bit out here. We're going to be particularly high, 1,500. That way we can, not worry about the ground when we recover and demonstrate a few things and all that.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, I'll give you the controls.
Okay.
You got the controls?
I have the controls.
Fly us over that red roof building. That's the high school. Continue with flying us that way, but continue with the climb. So we're going to pull back on that cyclic, hold this collective to about 21 inches. Right there.
Admiral traffic, 03 November is crossing 2810 Hampton Roads.
Hold that collective a little higher. Alright, about here. We're gonna put in some
Christian, on the
brake
radio?
pedal, so push you forward a little bit. You see how it's, well, this is fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you think we got time to cross over here at the taxiway before
Your
you depart?
collective got away from you. You gotta hold it here so you could continue your climb.
Cherokee 02 November,
Right
crossing
there.
0228 towards the west hangars at the road.
Good. Alright, you can level off by just pushing the cyclic forward a little bit of right pedal. Hold us into the wind, but you could already feel the wind kind of still blowing us this way, right?
Yeah.
So hold us that way, track this way, maybe 340-ish, go that way.
Okay.
You could go to about 75-ish knots. I'm pretty sure we've got the ability to do so. We've got, hold that 20 inches and see how it's kind of tilted like that? Why don't you tilt us this way and point us that way? We haven't done a lot of non-airport stuff, so you're not really used to being faster than 70 knots, but this thing cruises at 85, 90 knots, probably, you know,
Right.
if you're by yourself, you can get this to 100, more than 100, so, yeah, here we go. Like 80 knots isn't even, well, in miles per hour, it'll be enough to start the flux capacitor, right? Alright, so 3 things, negative things that have to be all together to get silent with power. And I'll emphasize again, these are 3 things that we don't want all together. That's 1, less than 10 knots, again, by itself. Yeah, we're there all the time, no worries. 2, 20% power applied, and 3, 300 feet per minute descent rate. Any one of those things is fine. All 3 together is a recipe for silently with power. The other kind of instance where it's a little easier to get into is if you have a tailwind to do that. So we're going to set this up. This underneath us right now is the decommissioned Navy radio facility. This is our practice area. We're going to get used to flying around here a lot as we continue on our training here.
Delta 938 is departing the traffic area to the north, Hampton Road.
Average traffic helicopter 2 Alpha Golf, 5 miles northwest, operating 1,500 feet below Hampton Road. So, wind is kind of coming from over there, right? So we're gonna come back and get ourselves a tailwind by going around there and facing that way. So go ahead and do that. So I'm going to demonstrate this once, and we'll go from there. But in fact, stay on the controls with me. I'm going to take the controls. I've got the controls. Yep. So you see this racetrack area type thing? That's basically our practice area, all the way to the water on our right and behind us. But we're going to basically think of this as the box that we're going to be in. And if I'm trying to do a silent with power or this maneuver, I'm going to try and have as a bunch of this box in front of me as possible, just in case things go wrong. I got, you know, nice empty land to land on. So less than 10 knots, so I'm already losing my airspeed.
Yeah.
20% power applied. I definitely have at least, you know, my collective, it's up there. Now, looking up my hoagie this morning, I could hover here if I wanted to, so I gotta induce a little bit of descent rate. So I'm lowering that like just a little bit, but now I'm climbing. So less than 10, more than 20. So if you'll notice, we're in silent with power now. My pedals are mushy. If I were to pull up on the collective, well, not really, because I'm still not singing. There we go. If I pull up on the collective, my descent rate goes faster. So what I do to recover is lower the collective, and it's better on my leg. Yeah. And then push forward to get that airspeed back. Airspeed's alive, my knots are working.
Right.
Now I raise that collective back up to 21 inches and I climb, ideally at 55 knots again. There's a lot of things I kind of mentioned there, so I'm gonna do it one more time here. I'm gonna climb. Less than 10 knots, 20% power applied. And maybe this demonstration will be a little better because I'm on my leg here. I was trying to give you the benefit, but here.
Yeah.
Alright. So 1,400 feet, I'm kind of pointed this way with a tailwind. I'm going to slow down less than 10 knots and get that descent rate going a little bit by lowering that collective. So, I am in silent with power right now. I'm just sinking. With my power applied, I'm pulling up, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm going to lower the collective, hold that cyclic forward until I get some airspeed. Come on, there we go. Now I'm going to pull that collective back up to 21 inches, which is my climbing power, and I have recovered. So I lost about 200 feet there. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, you're.
I'm probably gonna allow you to do that. Probably the wind's a little kind of shifty today, so why don't we hold off on your end?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to demonstrate it at least once.
So theory-wise, you're lowering the collective and pushing forward so you can reload the rotor disc and get out of your dirty air.
It's not reload the rotor disc. I'm lowering the collective to close the pitch of the blade, so I'm not creating any more vortices, or I'm creating less vortices.
Okay.
And I'm pushing forward, so I've got my airspeed back. So what vortices I'm producing is behind me again. So that's what it is. It's lower and airspeed, lower and airspeed. But if you'll notice, I didn't I'm not doing that. I'm not mashing my cycling forward like crazy. Alright, traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf 5 miles northwest inbound 1000 en routes. Alright, I'm going to give you back the controls. We're going to do a little bit of strain level flight. I want to see how fast you could go in this helicopter. So the idea being, what's our cruise power? Our cruise power is roughly an inch underneath the manifold, our MCP. Our MCP was what, 22.8 or something? 22.7. Well, we can get a new one. It's because our temperature is lower anyway. 20 degrees, so 22.6. So maybe pull to about just under 22, so 21 and a half-ish, right? So if you pull up on that collective about there, now forward pitch to the point where we no longer have a vertical speed up or down. That's your cruise speed, your best cruise speed anyway. Now you could probably still go faster because you're only at 20 inches actually, but yeah, that's how fast we could go. Like, you keep letting the collective come down. So like right now, 18, 19 inches, yeah, it's only gonna get you 75 knots. Let's see how fast you could go. So go ahead and pull collective until you get to, let's just say MCP. You could come left a little bit. Alright, looks like we could at least get 85-ish knots. Pull back on that. There we go. Which is pretty good. Alright. We're going to line up for that right downwind of 2.8. Not necessarily because we're going at 2.8, but I know this side should be the same area.
Yeah, runway 10, right 270 departure, Hampton Roads.
Why don't we lower that collective, get down to 700 feet, that way that lands there wherever he is, he can fly over us. Good. And route traffic helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, 3 miles northwest, 800 from 700, inbound cameras. There we go, good. Waiting for that. So why don't you make a left base 10 and then land basically 10 here.
Okay, going right here.
Yep, lower that collective. We'll land on the taxiway parallel 10.
Okay.
Air roads traffic, helicopter 522 Alpha Golf, final 10, will be landing on the taxiway parallel 10 air roads. Okay.
Air road traffic, Lancer 2T Yankee, overhead the field 1,500, we'll be departing the area, Hampton Roads.
Alright, not bad. Hold that. Your choice. Normal approach, steep approach. You can even do a shallow approach or running landing here. Let me know what you want to do, and then we can pick a spot that you.
Well, we got a tractor coming through.
Well,
I'm gonna do a. Try to do it. Not try. I'm gonna do a steep approach.
Airport traffic 72 Golf is taxiing
Where?
on the west ramp.
Just
taxiing
past
to runway 2.
the first gulch there, the first drainage ditch.
okay. So why don't you pull back that cyclic? Good. Pull back that cyclic. Hold that collective. I would hold left pedal because you got a crosswind. I would hold left pedal. There we go. Alright, now I would lose the crab. Make a right pedal turn. Hold it left. Alright, kind of got away from us here, left pedal. Alright. So if we were doing a steep approach and we weren't using a runway, you could have angled it for the wind, right?
Okay.
Especially since you were trying to avoid the tractor anyway. So hold left pedal, drive it forward. We'll go around this tractor, kind of air taxi. There we go. Good. Again, this is kind of a mitigation technique. I'm just going to keep my airspeed. I got a pretty heavy crosswind, so why don't you just do an air taxi to the next spot rather than trying to fight that?
Okay.
Again, and even here, maybe I'm thinking through mitigation-wise. If I'm trying to go back to the ramp, do I want a tailwind and hover taxi? No, maybe I'll keep a little bit of airspeed. I don't have to be air taxi airspeed, but keep a little bit of airspeed and kind of make a turn as opposed to stop,
Right.
pedal turn, inch my way forward with a tailwind. But yeah, this could be slow, but enough speed that I'm not having to fight a tailwind. Like here, maybe I'm not going to go over there. Maybe I'll go over here to make that a less sharp of a turn over the grass.
Because we're a helicopter and we can do that.
Right, and again, in my head, I am trying to, I'll help you out, I'm trying to minimize the amount of time I've got to work, you know, these hazards. Now, if there was stuff on that grass, well, I would have to think through that hazard. I'm gonna hold left for you. In fact,
I would like you to take the controls.
okay, I got controls. I think you're my last 22 today. Oh, I got gas. Let's get a little bit of gas. So this wind, what am I doing? I'm putting weight on both feet for like right now, which you don't normally want to do, but I'm doing it here because I'm fighting a little bit of this crosswind here. Likewise, I'm holding it to the left there because wind's kind of coming from there. I'm trying to keep the helicopter in a spot where it'll be nice. Alright, so the first few steps you memorize, I'm rolling off that throttle to about 70. I double check to make sure. Every time I manipulate the throttle, I look at that tachometer, make sure I'm going in the right direction because I get brain farts all the time. Should see a doctor about all these brain flatulence.
Friction is on.
Friction's on. That carb heat down. It's not on the checklist, but I can't imagine that I imagine it would help us out with cooling this engine down.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous there at the end, and I could feel it with the crosswind.
Absolutely. So, say that again?
Well, with the wind, we had the cars there and the vehicles there.
No. That's good. Well, that's part of, like I said, that's the risk management aspect. It's understanding your limits.
Yeah.
Going, of course I can do this. It's like, well, yeah.